So I almost spent $400 on these, and I'm really glad I waited. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sneaker Circle. It's your boy Danny back with another review. If you're new to the channel, I cover any sneaker pickup I managed to get my hands on. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the latest Nike SB Air Jordan 4, and that's going to be in this navy colorway. Now, I don't think there's any special nicknames for these, anything people are calling them. From what I've seen, it's just the navy pair. So let's go ahead and get these right out of the box. All right, so if you're familiar with the first pair, these are gonna feel incredibly familiar. This is the navy colorway for the Nike SB Air Jordan 4. So this is technically the restock or the second release. The first one we saw was in March. All of the skate shops actually got them, so your best chance to get a pair was either local skate shop raffle or an EQL raffle. This time around, we have Sneakers take on this release, and it was a little interesting. So retail on them, $225 before tax and shipping. I think that's the cost of almost every Air Jordan 4 we see now. I think Air Jordan 4s are sometimes $220 on the dot versus $225. And if you like current Air Jordan 4s, the first SB colorway actually pioneered this newer model, newer shape, and it's pretty nice. So if you manage to get your hands on these from Sneakers, I kind of want to know, were you given exclusive access to begin with, or did you find a link on Twitter and it took you to the right page on Sneakers? Because that happened to me. These were originally rumored to be a EA draw, which is something they did for Union the first time, and I'm going to tell you right now, it sucks. So for Unions, I was invited to actually participate in that draw. I did, and 2 hours later, I just get handed an L. I think I would have rather not have been granted access versus getting access and then still taking the L. That's almost as bad as winning the shoe and then they get lost. There's like levels to this disappointment, and those EA draws are definitely up there. So for this release, it was an exclusive access, but at first my sneaker app didn't have access. I found the link. It took me to the actual product page where I got to scratch off an image. Other than that, it was insanely smooth. So if you got a pair that way, let me know how it went for you. If you're watching this video because you're looking to buy a pair, let me tell you all about them. So just like the first pair, you have this really nice plush leather that wraps around the entire sneaker. Give you a little look right there. It creases pretty well. It feels a little bit thicker. Now there is still a finish to it, just like the first pair, but I do think the thickness of the leather helps with what they're meant to be used for, which is being on a skateboard. The suede on the toe box right here is actually rougher, which again, I think helps when it comes to skating. Then you have the Nike SB on the back, and instead of having a hard, rigid plastic, it's this rubber. Same thing for the wings right here. This is all rubber, so it's really easy to press. I think they're nice additions. It makes the shoe feel a little bit more flexible. On the bottom, you have those gum details that the first pair had, almost exactly one-to-one. This pair to me looks incredibly familiar to militaries that released last year. I really wish they would have kept that same shading they did on the first pair. I'll bring both out to show you exactly what I'm talking about. The only other difference on these versus the normal one is it doesn't have an air bubble right here, a unit for support, so this shoe is a lot more flexible, and when they're on foot, you really do notice it. These don't kill my pinkies the way a traditional Air Jordan 4 does, and Air Jordan 4s these days kind of all follow the same construction, except, you know, a regular piece of plastic here, and then the return of the air unit on the midfoot right here. So first, let's compare them to militaries. A lot of people have been making this correlation. People really wanted militaries to come out with this right here, because the 2007 militaries, those had a really darker blue to them. This is supposed to mimic like the 89, so it has a lot lighter. And then people weren't used to this gray feature right here. They were expecting just an all white sneaker. Then we take a look at these right here. It's the same construct as the very first pine green pair. This looks very on brand with this. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but this has just a little bit more of a hue to it. This is gonna be a little weird, but I do wish this hue was on this leather. I wish they were just swapped. I feel like it would have fit the shoe a little bit better, but all in all, they're pretty much the same. If you want to see what I'm talking about, the hard plastics, pause. Here we go. This is still not that hard that I remember. This is what the SB4s have. You see how more malleable it is? This one's still like plastic. It's a little harder. You'll definitely feel this one digging into you versus this one. Like just adding a light bit of pressure, this folds, this doesn't. This will dig into you, this won't, which that's actually pretty important when you skate. So moving these aside, now we have the pine green pair. So this is the original one. This came out 2023. Here you have the little Nike SBs and then that butt crack leather right there, I like to call it. Yo, don't demonetize me. The build is pretty much the same, but you could definitely see what I mean. That leather just has this hue to it, while this one doesn't. I really do wish this one had some type of color to it. It didn't need to be one of one, because this feels like a really green shoe. I wish they would have made this feel a little bit more blue, if that makes sense. Everything is pretty much the same. Air Jordan on the tongue, Nike SB Air on the insole. This is what those soles look like. So this is the new pair, this is the used pair. If you're to ask me which one I like better, I do think I'm leaning more towards the pine greens because there's nothing out there like this. You could definitely make an argument that these two shoes don't need to be in your collection at the same time. And when I'm looking at both of them, I do think I prefer the navy pair over the latest version of the militaries. I definitely can and probably will be selling this pair because I definitely don't need both in my rotation slash collection. I'm really trying to reduce the collection you kind of see behind me. I'm just trying to. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna throw these on feet. I'll probably wear the other ones just to show you how different they look on foot. Let me know if you guys even like that, if I should just be giving them their own on feet section, or if you don't mind mismatching like that. All right, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Wow, you can really tell the difference of the leathers like this. That's crazy. That is crazy. This one almost looks kind of sick. This is what I was expecting for the militaries. I don't know why they did that. And again, switching these, fantastic. All right, enough rambling. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Be easy, let's get these off, and I gotta wipe this table down. Peace.